Recording in progress.
Okay. Good evening. We will call the Auburn City Council meeting for Monday, November 4th, 2024 to order, and we will begin with a land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge the federally recognized Muckleshoot Indian Tribe, the ancestral keepers of the land we are gathered on today. We thank them for their immense contributions to our state and local history, culture, economy, and identity as Washingtonians. The Auburn City Council meeting for today will be held both in person and virtually. Now, if you'd all please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. And Sean, will you please call roll?
Deputy Mayor Brown.
Excused.
Councilmember Emmer.
Here.
Councilmember Baldwin.
Excused.
Councilmember Rakes.
Here.
Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Here.
Councilmember Trot Manuel.
Here.
Thank you. All right, we do have one proclamation this evening, so I'll head over to the podium to read it. It's Native American Heritage Month. Mayor's Proclamation. Whereas the contiguous United States and Alaska is home to 574 federally recognized tribes and more than 200 unrecognized tribal organizations, a count which doesn't include the indigenous peoples of Hawaii or territories in the Caribbean and Pacific. Washington State is home to 29 federally recognized tribes, including our neighbors at the Muckleshoot Indian Tribe. And whereas the indigenous people of North America, the first Americans, have woven rich and diverse threads into the tapestry of our nation's heritage. Throughout their long history on this great land, they have faced moments of profound triumph and tragedy alike. And whereas this month we celebrate the ancestry and time-honored traditions of Native Americans. They have guided our land stewardship policies, added immeasurably to our cultural heritage, and demonstrated courage in the face of adversity. And whereas the contributions of American Indians have enhanced the freedom, prosperity, and greatness of America today. Their customs and traditions are respected and celebrated as part of a rich legacy throughout the United States. And now, therefore, I, Nancy Backus, Mayor of the City of Auburn, do hereby proclaim November 2024 as Native American Heritage Month in the City of Auburn and urge our community to honor and recognize the important contributions that Native Americans have made in strengthening the diversity within our community, dated this 4th day of November, 2024. All right, do we have any agenda modifications this evening, Sean?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We will move to public hearings. We have 2 public hearings this evening. The first one is a public hearing for ordinance number 6947, the 2025 property tax levy, an ordinance establishing the levy for regular property taxes by the City of Auburn for collection in 2025 for general city operational purposes in the amount of $25,582,279. And before I open the public hearing, Jamie, is there any type of staff presentation?
No, Mayor, we presented that information last week on the 28th.
All right. Council, before I open the public hearing, do you have any questions or comments? No? All right. I will open the public hearing for ordinance number 6947, the 2025 property tax levy. Is there anyone that would like to speak on this topic? Is there anyone that would like to speak on the ordinance number 6947, the 2025 property tax levy? Final time, is there anyone that would like to speak on this levy? All right. I will close the public hearing for ordinance number 6947, the 2025 property tax levy. And we will move to public hearing for ordinance number 6948. Jamie, is there any presentation?
No, Mayor.
Thank you. Council, before I open the public hearing for the 2025-2026 biennial operating budget, are there any questions or comments from council? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to express my concerns regarding the funds allocated for the 2025 council travel budget. Rather than focusing these resources on council travel, I'd like to propose an alternative approach, adjusting our budget so that the mayor has a debit credit option for travel expenses, while allowing council members the flexibility to allocate a portion of our travel funds to other departments. By redistributing a part of this budget, we could enable key employees and directors to attend conferences and training sessions and equipping them with valuable skills and insights that can directly benefit our community. This reallocation would support staff development and ensure that we are continually enhancing the programs and services available to our residents. I hope that each of you will consider this approach, which I believe will contribute positively to our city's growth and success. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions before I open the public hearing? All right. We'll open the public hearing for ordinance number 6948, the 2025-2026 biennial operating budget for the City of Auburn. Are there any comments? Is there anyone that would like to speak? Final time, is there anyone that would like to speak on ordinance number 6948, the 2025-2026 biennial operating budget for the City of Auburn?
Can I be able to speak?
We're in for public comment right now.
Mayor, after you close the public hearing, you can.
All right. All right. All right, hearing no comments, I will close the public hearing for ordinance number 6948, the 2025-2026 biennial operating budget for the City of Auburn. Acting Deputy Mayor Trout-Manuel, did you have a comment you'd like to make?
Yes, I do. I do not agree with the motion that has just been, or the comment that was mention about council's traveling budget. We do belong to several state and federal level and regional level committees, and it does take money to be able to travel. And since we have been asked in the past to serve on several of these boards, and we have always been encouraged to join these boards in National Leagues of Cities and also in Olympia and also within our South City Association. I feel that it's very important for us to keep our travel fundings. And there are council members that choose not to go, and the money's always stayed in their budget, but that's on to it. This is the first year that we have had that issue with council members not applying and serving on leadership in different boards. And I really feel that we need to keep it the way we've been having it, because there's new members that are just learning the role and are looking to serve on some boards and committees. So I don't feel that it'd be really a benefit for us as council to be able to represent our city the way we've been represented in the past. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Are there any other comments? All right, we will move on to audience participation. This is the place on the agenda where the public is invited to speak to the city council on any issue, and you can participate in person or submit written comments or provide remote public comment with advance notice. Do we have any written comments?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And did we have anyone requesting advance remote comment tonight?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We'll move to in-person public comment. Is there anyone here that would like to provide public comment tonight? Please come forward, give your name and city of residence for the record, and please limit comments to 3 minutes.
Thank you. Hilda Mary Hugh, 5641 South 318th Street, Auburn. I wanted to talk about the coyotes at Pete Lewis Park on the West Hill in Auburn.
And Hilda, can I ask you to speak up a little bit where some of the council members are having a difficult time hearing you tonight?
Okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the coyotes at Pete Lewis Park on the West Hill in Auburn. I have a coyote problem on my property where I live, by the woods. They have slept in my yard in the afternoon. At the end of my driveway by the woods, I have seen 5 of them on my driveway sitting. They have been in my flower beds, leaving a mess. I have seen them several times in my yard. For over 2 weeks, they have come to my yard to eat berries on my laurel hedge. Every day I've had to clean up their mess. When I discovered this was their source of food, my son cut their laurel hedge way back, and that stopped them. And I am very leery of them. At 9:30 at night, driving home on 318th Street, a coyote was running in front of my car. The coyotes had been coming down my driveway. As I was leaving, a coyote was headed towards the woods. I honked my car horn several times, making it turn around and leave. I asked the lady walking, "Did you see that coyote?" She said no, but there was a den in Pete Lewis Park. There are small children, small dogs and cats that go there. I have had 2 cats visit my sun deck for over a year. I don't see them anymore. So the coyotes have been on my sun deck. So did you see the Saturday news on October 19th, where a coyote was chasing a small child in her backyard? Then on the 21st, a coyote went into the yard after a small dog and bit a lady. Trees being cut down to build houses, not far from where I live. The coyotes have relocated. in the woods next to my house. The other day, there were 5 coyotes in my neighbor's yard next to my house. I have lived on this same property on the West Hill in the city limits for 60 years. And this is the first time I have ever seen a coyote. If the coyotes are not removed from Peak Lewis Park on the West Hill, they will multiply and create a problem for the neighborhood. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. All right. Council, at this time, we are going to move into an executive session. City Council will adjourn into executive session per RCW 42.30.110, sub 1, sub I, sub 2I, and sub 3I to discuss with legal counsel potential litigation that may be commenced against the city and the legal risks of a proposed action when public discussion of the litigation or legal risks is likely to result in an adverse legal or financial consequence to the agency. The length of time for the executive session is 10 minutes, and we will resume. I'm going to give us a minute to get in there. We will resume the meeting at 7:25. In addition to myself, the City Council, Senior City Staff Attorney Taryn Jones, Human Resources and Risk Management Director Candace Martinson, and outside counsel Ryan Miller from Hall & Miller will be required to attend. We are adjourned into executive session. All right. I will reconvene the city council meeting. We have no correspondence this evening that I'm aware of, correct, Sean?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We have no current ad hoc committees, so we will move to the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered by the city council to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Is there a motion? Acting Deputy Mayor Trout Manuel.
Yeah, I move to accept the consent agenda,
To approve.
to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Rakes.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Acting Deputy Mayor Trout Manuel.
Yes, we're going to do the minutes of October 21st, 2024, City Council meeting, minutes of October 28th, 24, study session meeting. The vouchers, claim vouchers of $2,500, claim vouchers of October 30th, 2024, which includes vouchers, two vouchers for $2,769,283.48 for 4 funds, electric fund transfers for the amount of $2,831, and 8 wire transfers in the amount of $1,250,000. Payroll vouchers, 2 of them for the amount of $619,000, an electric deposit in the amount of $2,515,000 for the grand total of $3,133,000 for the period of October 17th to the October 30th, 2024.
Thank you. Are there any questions or any items that council would like to remove and consider separately from the consent agenda? All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Consent agenda passes. We have no unfinished business or new business, so moving to ordinances. Ordinance number 6957, excuse me, an ordinance relating to project review and amending chapters 14.01, 14.02, 14.03, 14.04, 14.05, 14.06, 14.07, 14.11, 14.13, 14.14, 14.18, 17.01, 18.59, and 18.76, and repealing Chapter 14.15 of the Auburn City Code. Is there a motion? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve ordinance number 6957.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Ammer.
I second, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This ordinance would update the Auburn City Code to be consistent with permit project review requirements that were recently adopted by the State of Washington Legislature through Senate Bill 5290. The new permit project review time period requirements will go into effect on January 1st, 2025.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor of ordinance number 6957, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ordinance number 6957 passes. Moving to resolutions. Resolution number 5795, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an interlocal agreement between the City of Auburn and the City of Sumner relating to the City of Sumner's Stewart Road Bridge project. Is there a motion? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt resolution number 5795.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Rakes.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution authorizes a local agency agreement with the City of Sumner for the City of Auburn to contribute funding towards the City of Sumner's Stewart Road Bridge project in the amount of $150,000. The project construction is planned to start in early 2025 and widen the Stewart Road Bridge over the White River, improving freeway access from Auburn through Sumner and reducing traffic congestion on Auburn streets.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 5795, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5795 passes. Resolution number 5796, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an interlocal agreement between the city of Auburn and the city of Algona for decant facilities usage. Is there a motion? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you again, Mayor. I move to adopt resolution number 5796.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
I second that motion.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. This agreement will allow Algona to continue to deposit waste material from their street sweeping and Vector truck operations at the Auburn decant facility for Auburn to process and dispose of the waste material at a cost to Algona.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 5796, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5796 passes. Resolution number 5797, a resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an interlocal agreement between the city of Auburn and the city of Pacific for decant facilities usage. Is there a motion? Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Sure, we can go for the trifecta here. I move to adopt resolution 5798.
7.
Oh, sorry, 7. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a second? Acting Deputy Mayor Trout-Manuel.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
This resolution is authorizing, of course, an interlocal agreement between the city of Auburn and the city of Pacific for decant facilities usage.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 5797, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5797 passes. Resolution number 5798, a resolution accepting a grant award from the Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services. Is there a motion? Councilmember Rakes.
I'll move to adopt resolution 5798.
Thank you. Is there a second? Councilmember Ammer.
I second, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Rakes.
The Auburn Police Department applied for and received a federal grant in the award of $1,200,000 from the Department of Justice to provide financial assistance in the hiring of additional commissioned officers' positions. Council approval is needed to accept this grant.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 5798, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say no. Resolution number 5798 passes. All right, we will move to mayor and council member reports. At this time, the mayor and city council may report on significant items associated with their appointed positions on federal, state, regional, and local organizations. We will begin with Acting Deputy Mayor Trout-Manuel.
At this time, I don't have a report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Rakes.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Clinton Taylor.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Tracy Taylor.
Thank you, Mayor. On October 22nd and November 1st, I met with my special focus areas in Public Works and Economic and Community Development to discuss the Water Comprehensive Plan, several ordinances, and upcoming projects. Also, on October 22nd, I was nominated and accepted a new position on the Green River College Foundation Board. On October 23rd, I serve on the Green River College Hanford Award Committee, where we are currently narrowing down the field of nominees on the Denton R. Hanford Award. And I also serve on the Valley Regional Fire Authority Board of Governance, where on October 29th, we had a presentation from staff on the 25-26 budget. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Ammer.
No report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, and I am going to dispense with a report as well this evening. We are adjourned.